Welcome everyone to day one of physical therapy perspective on yoga. I'm Megan, I use she and her pronouns, and I'm a physical therapist. I'm so excited to be collaborating with Bee and Union Yoga on a few videos that you can work into your weekly routine to help sharpen and improve your yoga practice. So day one is going to be on 2 pairs of feet and our knees. We're going to start by looking briefly at the anatomy of the feet and ankle and the knee joints. We'll look at some activities that you can do throughout your day to prepare for your yoga practice. And we'll also do a short practice you can join in with us and work on a few yoga poses. So we'll begin at the feet and ankles. Before you think I have some sort of weird foot fetish, just know that a majority of my patients, and I work in an outpatient orthopedic clinic, come in with rolled ankles, sprained ankles, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, you name it. Our feet do a lot for us, and they should. We're humans. We walk on 2 feet. So our foot and ankle, it's mainly a hinge joint. So our ankle does a few motions, mainly coming up and down when we walk. It does come in and out to help stabilize us. And then we combine those motions, our foot does kind of roll towards the inside and kind of swing towards the outside. So the first thing we'll be looking at is an exercise called foot doming, which helps with balance, strength, and alignment. To do this exercise, you can either be standing or seated, so we'll begin seated. You're going to have your feet right underneath your knees and sitting up nice and tall. I know as with our yoga practice, we're encouraged to breathe throughout the exercises. I get patients who focus and concentrate so much on what they're doing they hold their breath. So we'll continue to breathe. We're going to imagine 4 corners of the feet and ankles. 1 corner underneath the big toe, 1 corner underneath the pinky toe, and then 2 corners of the heel. I want you to imagine putting equal pressure throughout all 4 corners of your feet. So if you had paint along the front part of your foot and paint along the back side of your foot, you would have kind of those 4 imprints of paint on the ground. We're going to imagine a little bit of a dome on the inside of the ankle, and actively, this is challenging, we're going to try to create that dome or that arch in our foot and ankle by squeezing the arch up. We'll hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. It's a very small motion, it's very subtle, but so important for many of our yoga poses. We'll again squeeze up through the arch, hold it for, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. We'll do 3 more of those as we squeeze and pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. 2 more, pulling the toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And 1 more to create that little bit of a dome or an arch in the foot, and release. Next, we'll come into standing. And many of us know mountain pose or Tadasana pose. If we are rolling towards the inside of our foot or ankle, it may kind of create our knees to kind of collapse towards the inside. Or if we tend to kind of hang out on the outside of our ankles, it'll put a little bit more strain on the ligaments on the outsides. So if we create this little bit of a dome or a little bit of the arch when we're in a standing position, it'll help create a really nice alignment through the whole rest of the body. We'll practice again another 5 of those foot domes in a standing mountain pose. So with your feet about hip width apart, creating the 4 corners of the foot, we'll kind of dome the foot up, hold it for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, release. Creating that dome or that arch. And again, here you may feel a little bit of a squeeze on the inner sides of your thighs. You may even notice your glutes activating a little bit, but it's very much so the stabilizers of the feet and the ankles that are giving us all of that support on the way back up. So we'll do 1 more of those foot dome exercises, pulling up and release. Other ways that you can strengthen your feet or ankle, or by sitting in a chair and kind of grabbing like a towel with your toes. You can kind of practice picking up things like marbles or pencils, whatever you have laying around if you're playing with the kids, kind of showing some fun tricks. But the stronger that our feet and our ankles are, the more supported we'll be in our yoga poses. So that's the first activity with the foot and the ankle you can incorporate into your practice. The second thing with knee alignment alignment, we'll go through Warrior One and Warrior Two. The knee joint, just like the ankle, is a hinge joint. So when we walk, the knee bends and the knee straightens. There's a little bit of rotation in and out, but for the most part, that knee is primarily working straight forward. So if we're coming into our Warrior One pose, the instructors here at B are so great about really cueing the knee being over the ankle in this position. So if we have that foot dome that we've created a little bit earlier, we have that strong base of support in the front foot. We can make sure that that knee is right over the ankle with a straight alignment. We know our hips being closed forward. And then that back foot being ported out at a 45-degree angle. We have that foot dome going, but also that strength and that rooting through the back edge of the heel. So we'll come into the Warrior One on this side here with a special attention to the feet, the ankles, and the knee being right over the ankle. You can come into your full expression of Warrior One here with the arms up overhead, or you can really just focus on the foot alignment here. Nice. So we'll step it back, and we're going to switch it over to the other side. So coming forward with the opposite foot, we have that foot dome or that strength in the front foot. Our back leg is pointing out about 45-degree angle. So we have that strength and that uplift of both domes, and that front knee being really right over the front ankle. So here we're keeping the knee safe. We're not coming in or out. I like to even almost kind of touch my knee sometimes just to give it like a tactile cue or a sensation of my hand on that spot. So you can come into your full expression of this. We're just focusing on that rootedness in the back edge of the heel. Nice. We'll come back to the middle. Next, we'll head into our Warrior Two with the focus on foot and ankle alignment as well as the alignment of the knee. When we bring the left foot forward and the right foot is pointing at a 90-degree angle with the heels bisecting with each other. So we're pointing that front knee right over the ankle. We have that foot dome and that strength, that lift of the arch in the front foot. And that knee, again, is right over the ankle. Our hips are squared. And we have that strength through the outer edge of that back foot, and that same dome and that same strength in that back foot. The tendency for the knee, that hinge joint in the knee, is going to be want to collapse towards the inside. So if we can use that same tactile cue and just imagine that knee coming straight over the ankle, it's in a nice alignment there, keeping everything nice and safe. So we'll take 2 breaths here, either coming to your full expression or just focusing on the strength in the feet. Nice. We'll come back to the middle and we'll take it to the other side. So the opposite leg will point forward, giving yourself a good base of support so that you can allow that knee right over the ankle. Again, maybe like a little touch or a little bit of a reminder on the inside of the knee to really keep it straight. And the strength and dome of both ankles. We'll take 2 deep breaths here, Warrior Two. Bring the feet back together. So there you have it. Tadasana, Warrior One and Warrior Two with an emphasis on doming and strength in the feet and good alignment with the knees. So whether the next time you're walking down the street, standing in the grocery line at Market Basket, or right here in the studio at B, you'll have that strength in the feet, ankles, and the knees. Join us for day 2 coming up, and we'll work up the chain towards the hips and pelvis. See you then.